Self-improvement. Those two words used to fill me with hope and possibility. It still does. However, I have noticed a trend online and in our culture for a while now. Have you ever felt like you're running on a hamster wheel with self-improvement? That no matter how many YouTube videos you watch or natural testosterone-boosting courses you take, fulfillment always feels just out of reach? You see, we've become obsessed, as a culture, with the notion of rapid transformation. We crave those inspiring before and after shots, and influencers and gurus are happy to sell us those fantasies for a price. But is genuine growth really just a matter of following the right program, or buying the perfect course that finally fixes us? Let's clear the air though. Self-improvement is not bad, toxic, or whatever else label is being ascribed to it by some content creators online. Saying it is looking at it from a distorted lens. The problem is how it's being sold. Social media has turned self-help into an industry of false promises and fantasy, before and after photos, dramatic transformations overnight. It's all carefully curated to go viral, and we eat it up. We desperately want those results for ourselves. So we buy the courses, try the hacks, thinking this time it will work. But real change doesn't happen that way. It's not sexy or glamorous. It's challenging and messy. There are no shortcuts. Growth takes time. Nothing worthwhile happens instantly. But influencers won't show the struggle, only the glow-up. So we wait for that big breakthrough moment, that glowing epiphany that changes everything. And when it doesn't arrive, we feel like failures. Here's the truth. Lasting change is gradual. It's built brick by brick through daily practice and perseverance, not flashy hacks and tricks. Anyone claiming they can transform your life overnight is selling fiction. Don't buy the hype. Real self-improvement is about the journey, not the destination. It's making tiny gains that compound over time. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Expect setbacks and obstacles. They mean you're putting in the work, not that you're failing. Each stumble teaches resilience. Don't compare yourself to curated highlights. Your progress belongs to you. Trust the process. You have been watching all the playlist on your favorite self-help YouTuber religiously and consuming all his book recommendations. That's good, but it's just half the equation. Consuming self-help content doesn't make you better. It just makes you a more informed procrastinator. Reading books and watching YouTube videos without applying anything is mental masturbation. It feels productive, but leads nowhere. The truth is brutal. Endless personal development consumption without any form of action is a recipe for stagnation. You can sharpen your sword indefinitely, but it won't make you a warrior. To win battles, you have to fight them. At some point, you need to get in the arena, struggle, sweat, and stumble your way forward. No clever guru system will do the work for you. Roll up your sleeves and take action. Start before you're ready. Trying and failing is how we learn, not consuming more content from the sidelines. The school of life has no graduates, only students. All the knowledge in the world won't amount to anything if you don't use it. Don't just prepare, apply. Stop looking for the perfect plan. You already know more than enough to get started. Trust the process to figure out the rest. Your dreams require grit and determination, not more books and courses. The path to success is paved with mistakes and lessons. So put down the self-help books for a minute. You don't need more information right now. You need more action. Another trap in all of this is arrogance. Our obsession with self-improvement can feed arrogance if we let it. In chasing betterment, we become hooked on status and validation. We climb ladders to inflate our egos, not enlighten our souls. Hunger for the next promotion, thirst for more wealth, crave the adulation of others. But external recognition often leaves us empty. We come to believe our own hype while ignoring our flaws. Ego convinces us we've made it before we've even begun. Pride blinds us to room for growth. A healthy self-esteem is important, but unchecked ego distorts self-improvement into self-glorification. We become drunk on our own facades, addicted to achievement porn, blinded by vanity metrics and career milestones. Genuine betterment requires self-awareness, the ability to laugh at ourselves and our pretensions, to separate truth from self-inflating narratives. When we realize higher status often reveals lower character, we make space for humility. The best version of yourself cannot be quantified on a scorecard or measured by others. It comes from within. Comparison is the enemy of self-knowledge. Stay grounded by focusing less on achievement and more on fulfillment. Beware the trappings of external validation. The path to becoming your highest self has no room for arrogance. Don't let that pure path of self-improvement morph into a caricature of itself and of your best self. Be careful on focusing so much on self, though. We are moving and thinking so much of self and in isolation that we have become socially unskilled. We've become emotionally immature hermits seeking growth in isolation. But we cannot evolve in a vacuum. Our development depends on how we relate to others. Yet social media has distorted relationships into manufactured identities, not human connections. We interact through filters, facades, and personal brands instead of authenticity, chasing likes over forging bonds, confusing followers with friends. We've lost touch with real relationships, empathy eroded by envy, loneliness spreading as we've glorified the solo journey. Genuine connections ground us. They balance out our blind spots and burst our bubbles if we let them in. But that means being vulnerable, a courage long forgotten. We numb our need for belonging with hollow victories of vanity metrics. See, digital validation won't fulfill you like looking someone in the eye. Words on a screen can't replace human touch. Behind the veil of perfect profiles, people crave real bonds now more than ever. But first, we must relearn the language of intimacy. That starts by logging off and listening more, by showing up fully and extending grace to the imperfections of others. The path to becoming our best selves never travels alone. We evolve together or not at all. This crisis of social disconnection stems from a deeper crisis of purpose. You see, what we really yearn for is fulfillment in our community, and there is nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, self-improvement cannot be reduced to a formula. It's a journey unique to each of us. So be wary of those peddling shortcuts. Don't just follow someone else's blueprint. Experiment, get creative, customize the path to fit you, and remember that lasting change takes time. You'll make mistakes along the way, but the obstacles are part of the process. Self-improvement is meant to expand our lives, not become the main event. It's one aspect of the human experience, not the whole show. So take a breath. Have compassion for yourself and others. Appreciate the journey, not just the result. Find fulfillment in the small steps forward, and trust that you have everything you need inside you right now. The path to becoming our best selves is not linear, but by staying grounded and open, we can get there, one step at a time, brothers.